Hey, y'all. Good evening, and welcome to another Monday Night Live at Cafe Gratitude. Right on. This is a great crowd. I was getting a little nervous around 6 o'clock, around 6:30. I was sweating it a little bit, but I'm really excited that you all are here. Thank you so much for coming out. I understand why. Gordon Medical Panel. It's going to be a really incredible panel tonight. I'm excited. So, we've got with us tonight Dr. Eric Gordon. This is Gordon Medical Associates, some of the doctors and practitioners from Gordon Medical Associates here in Santa Rosa. This is a practice that I've known of Dr. Gordon, gosh, since you were sharing space with Shiroko in Heart to Heart quite a while ago, probably 10 years ago or something like that. And over my career of being a colon hydrotherapist, over the years, I have definitely had many clients, whether it was with Dr. Gordon or Dr. Anderson or another doctor at their practice, who had miraculous sort of recoveries or help, or they felt like they were being heard more than they are in other offices, or just they had incredible health experiences, medical experiences with Gordon Medical. And in the last year or so, we've been doing a lot of cross-referring, and I've gotten a chance to know some of the doctors a little bit better. And I thought we've got to have, if they're available, it would be amazing if they could come and talk to you a little bit about what they do in their practice. So the actual topic is exploring biochemical individuality, and I know Dr. Gordon also wants to talk about energetic medicine. And I'm going to read this little bio. It's actually just off their website, but I think it really sums them up nicely. If you're living with pain, chronic illness, conditions that never seem to resolve, or are seeking to optimize your health, it's time to look at new solutions and wisdom about your body, mind, and spirit. Gordon Medical Associates uses advanced alternatives in integrative medicine, blending traditional and alternative with a holistic approach. They listen deeply, observe, and communicate about your unique challenges. Their credentials and experience qualify them to offer both cutting-edge alternative treatment and conventional medicine. So I hope if we have time at the end, if any of you have brought any questions, we can actually get to them. We've got quite a bit of questions here. Well, thanks. Okay. So let's just start with introductions, and I want to start with Dr. Gordon himself. So Eric, would you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about Gordon Medical Associates, how it came to be, and the services provided? What is the philosophy behind it?
Well, see, I'm Eric Gordon, and I've been a physician now for 30 years. Oh, God. I actually started out interested in nutrition. Actually, in medical school, I had Ann Wigmore come speak, which was very interesting because the nutrition department was really all about bariatric surgery, basically the early stomach stapling. So they had no interest in Ann, but it was dramatic. But what inspired me always was initially I thought that through biochemistry we would find answers for all people, but I was dissuaded of that within a few years, and I realized that really everything is about the individual. When it comes to things that don't kill you, and I'm going to talk more about this later, I think, not in my introduction. I can go on too long, too quickly. But our philosophy is just listening to the person in front of us and never accepting that we don't know. I mean, we don't know, but we keep looking. You know, there's always, I like to think there's always a solution. I'm sure that it's not always true, but we keep looking and know that if we can't find it, perhaps we know someone else who can. And I think that's what makes us different, is that we know we don't know. And we've assembled just an amazing group of doctors because you can't do this by yourself. There's only so much one person could know. I mean, when I first started out, I wanted to do everything. I was going to be a homeopath, an acupuncturist, a this, a that, and you can't. So that's why we've got a team, and everybody has a special gift, and we'll hear more about them as we go through.
Well, if you'd like, you can just pass the microphone down, and each of you can introduce yourself and say what your specialty is and how you came to Gordon Medical.
So my name is Sanjay Shwai, and I want to say thanks very much for having us here. It's a pleasure. I am a medical doctor, a family practice physician by training. However, even from before the time I went to medical school, I was always planning to do alternative medicine, to do integrative medicine. That's the way I was brought up as a child. I grew up in West Marin. I spent part of my childhood in India as well, exposed to alternative methods of healing. You know, that was always our first line for healthcare. And I knew that I wanted to become a medical doctor and access, you know, scientific medicine, biochemistry. You know, I think there's a lot of benefit there. There's a lot of importance that we have to offer our patients. However, I think for the most part, we also overlook a tremendous amount of what brings true health to patients, to doctors, and to the world at large. You know, and so my goal really was, like Eric said, you know, to look at the individual, to sit with that person, to listen to their whole story, and to always be willing to access any treatment modality which is going to work, which is going to help them. You know, and I worked my way through medical school and through residency with that in mind, and have been practicing integrative medicine in the community since I finished my residency, and very recently joined Gordon Medical Associates, and it's a real pleasure to be there, to be here. And you know, again, the team concept, the learning, the ability to have people to bounce ideas off, you know, and collaborate with, it's a real gift. So it's a pleasure.
Hi, I'm Jane Kennedy. I'm a nurse practitioner in integrative medicine, and my background has come from nursing and from family practice. I've always enjoyed looking at how I can help patients be preventive and proactive about their health. And doing a master's degree in public health also, it facilitated my ability to help educate patients and to move forward with that area of medicine. I also have, for a long time, studied the spiritual aspects and how that affects our bodies and our physical aspects of our health and well-being. So looking at medicine, looking at my practice from a holistic perspective is important for me. When I got to menopause myself about 8 years ago, that's when I really realized what midlife can do and the challenges and opportunities that it gives to women and men. And my practice has been specialized in that area ever since.
Hi, my name is Neil Nathan. I am a physician, MD type, and I always wanted to be a healer when I grew up. I'm not sure I've grown up, but that's what I wanted to be. I started out as a fairly conventional family physician, practicing in Mendocino back in the 70s, where I delivered babies and took care of babies and worked in the emergency room and did some surgery. And as my career evolved, I just started learning more and more alternatives. And what naturally began to happen was I began to see more and more complicated people that my colleagues didn't know what to do with. So now when people ask me what I do, I say there's no real name for what I do. I call it complex problem solving, where what I really try to do is to help people that other people haven't been helped. Notably, particularly, if you will, Lyme disease, autism, fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue, pain problems that people don't know what to do with. And I think we all share the concept of, I never know if I can help someone when they show up in my office, but I know that I'm going to try. And if we can do this together, the vast majority of people really do get better if we just are patient and look for answers.
Hi, I'm Denise Flores, and I'm a naturopathic doctor. I'm a family practice physician with specialties in women's health, digestive concerns, and chronic illness. Those tend to be the folks that tend to seek me out in addition to a lot of the folks here. Hold it closer. Is this better? I did not know that I wanted to be a doctor growing up. I'll be quite honest with that. I didn't realize I was a doctor until I was probably in my 3rd year of medical school. And my entry into the medical field began when I was in my early 20s.